A very warm good morning to all my dear students. Hope you all are doing well. This year is a new experience for both the teachers and the students. We have now switched on to online classes for the smooth running of our academics through streaming technology. I expect your complete support and cooperation to make this effort a success. I hereby welcome one and all to this online session. Good morning to all. I am Amrita Thampi and I will be taking the first chapter of Social Science for Standard 7. The name of the chapter is Euro in Transition. Yes, so children, let me ask you, what is the meaning of transition? Transition means a change. Transition means a change. So the name of the chapter goes in Europe in Transition means the change that happened in Europe. Now that is what we are going to study in this chapter. That is, the chapter is about the changes that occurred in Europe. So students, in this chapter we will be studying on the changes that happened in different fields in Europe due to the birth of Renaissance. They were Renaissance in literature, Renaissance in arts, Renaissance in science, Renaissance in religious field, discovery of new sea routes, Renaissance in industries. This chapter begins with a beautiful picture of Hagia Sophia. So children, Hagia Sophia is one of the important monuments in the history of the world. It was built in the 6th century AD. It is now preserved as a history museum in Turkey. It is an epitome of the architectural splendors of Constantinople. Hagia Sophia is one of the important monuments in the history of the world, built in the 6th century AD, now preserved as a history museum in Turkey. Epitome, that is it's a perfect example of the architectural splendors of Constantinople. Students, look at the picture. Constantinople. Constantinople was one of the major land route between Asia and Europe. The present name of Constantinople is Istanbul, which is located in Turkey. Constantinople was the capital city of the Eastern Roman Empire, a city rich in historical monuments. So, the present name of Constantinople is Istanbul. Istanbul is located in Turkey. Constantinople was the capital city of the Eastern Roman Empire, a city rich in historical monuments. Let us now move on to the features of Constantinople. First one, center of knowledge. Center of knowledge means knowledge was given prime importance. Second one, abode, that is center of scholars and a treasure trove of scholarly texts. Gateway from Asia to Europe, we already mentioned earlier. Constantinople was the only trade route between Asia and Europe. Turks conquered Constantinople in 1453. This resulted in the fall of the Eastern Roman Empire. So, Turks conquered Constantinople in 1453. This resulted in the fall of the Eastern Roman Empire. Due to this, many scholars, writers and artists fled or migrated or left Constantinople. Many of them migrated to Italy. As we said, people started migrating to Italy. Then, what were the reasons that people started migrating to Italy? Italy was a country that upheld the rich Greco-Roman tradition. So, Italy was a country that upheld the rich Greco-Roman tradition. The rich Italian traders were the patrons of art, literature and culture. So, the rich Italian traders extended their support in the fields of art, literature and culture. These traders were keen to preserve the historical and cultural heritage. In this way, Renaissance developed or flourished in Italy and spread to other countries by the end of the 13th century. Now we move on to Renaissance. In the 13th century, Latin and Greek paved way to other regional languages like English, Spanish and French. The writers adopted the life of the common man as the central theme of their works. So here, man was considered as the center of all activities. The literature of this period was no longer confined to religion and philosophy, but gave way to diverse aspects of human life. So, the literature of this period gave importance to diverse aspects of human life and was not just restricted to religion and philosophy. Changes also occurred in other art forms like painting and sculpture. The vision primarily concerned with the various aspects of human life is known as humanism. So what is humanism? The vision primarily concerned with the various aspects of human life is known as humanism. As a result, the new spirit of humanism inspired the unique thoughts on the universe and human life. Humanism promoted reasoning. Reasoning means logical thinking. Spirit of inquiry, a curiosity that includes both learning and practice. So, two ideas promoted by humanism were reasoning, which means is logical thinking. Secondly, the spirit of inquiry. It's a curiosity that includes both learning and practice. So, a new awakening or revival in all spheres of human life in Europe came to be known as Renaissance. So, what is Renaissance? A new awakening in all spheres of human life in Europe came to be known as Renaissance. Now, we will be studying about the influence of Renaissance in social life. So, influence of Renaissance in different spheres of social life. Renaissance in literature, Renaissance in arts, and Renaissance in science. So, we'll begin with Renaissance in literature. Some eminent writers of this Renaissance period were Petrarch. Petrarch lived between AD 1304 to 1374. He was one of the eminent writers in the Renaissance period. He is known as the father of Renaissance. So Petrarch is known as the father of Renaissance. The magnum opus of Petrarch is Secretum. So the work of Petrarch is Secretum. Another important writer, Dante. The work by Dante is the Divine Comedy. So, the work by Dante is the Divine Comedy. Another prominent writer is Boccaccio. The work by Boccaccio is the Cameron. So, once again, the work by Boccaccio is the Cameron. Cervantes. The work by Cervantes is Don Quixote. So the work by Cervantes is Don Quixote. Erasmus. The work by Erasmus is In Praise of Folly. So the work by Erasmus is In Praise of Folly. So children, let us summarize what we studied till now. Hagia Sophia, now preserved as a history museum in Turkey. Features of Constantinople, fall of Eastern Roman Empire as Turks conquered Constantinople in 1453. Many people migrated to Italy. Changes that occurred due to Renaissance, that is, use of regional languages other than Greek and Latin. We studied the meaning of humanism, dealing with various aspects of human life. And finally, Renaissance in literature. We studied about the works and the writers who contributed in the field of literature during the Renaissance period. Petrarch, Secretum; Dante, the Divine Comedy; Boccaccio, the Camera; Cervantes, Don Quixote; Erasmus, in praise of folly. Children, based on the previous slides and explanation, prepare answers for the questions here. First one, what were the situations that helped in developing humanism in Europe? I repeat, what were the situations that helped in developing humanism in Europe? Second one, find out the factors responsible for the Renaissance. Find out the factors responsible for the Renaissance. So children, that's all for today. I hope you have understood the portion that is taught today. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.